Salvete omnes, this is the Martian Geek, and welcome back to another episode of Mega Man W. I've updated the game to version 1.0.5, which has a few extra features over version 1.0, which is what I was on before, and you can already see one of them. We can now see which Serenade letters we've collected. There's that glaring blank space in Cinder Lady stage, but don't worry, we'll get to it. This episode is basically for cleanup. Like anything that I was curious about during the regular playthroughs of the stage, anything that I missed, anything that I wanted to check out, and obviously the last Serenade letter. That's what this episode is for, and I think the newer versions of the game also changed some stage designs, so we'll look at those too. So expect a lot of cuts in this one. Anyway, we'll go in the same order as before, so let's see what's different about Gladiator Man stage. I have Carry and Rush Phase as my utilities. Those should be good enough to get me into whatever areas I need to. But we'll see. Oh, there's no differences. There are no differences here so far. Okay, so actually that last room doesn't have the gap anymore. I wonder if that confused more than just me. At least I think that's where it was, and I could be remembering wrong. Oh, and a new feature that I don't remember which version it was added to, but now you actually can press L and R to reset the weapon. Your weapon. So that'll be nice. Later on. So, actually, I guess there's not really anything I needed to check out on this stage. They filled the wall, or the hole. So I guess we can just move on to the next one. B-Man. And from what I've heard, this one got almost a completely new design, so I don't know if I'll end up playing through this whole stage, but we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, like, now you don't need a utility to get that one up. I think the release notes said that okay, this thing's on the right side of the wall instead of the left now. Or the right side of the room, left side of the wall. I think the release note said something about the lasers being a little more lenient too. And now there's a warning for which rooms are about to have which rooms have the force beams, and you can get that without a utility. And I still proceeded to slide right into the laser. Good job! Well, at least I can get that life back. Can I ever get my life back from how much time I've spent playing this game? I don't know. Probably not. Well, I guess effectively not. Okay. Yeah, that room's a little more lenient now. And this gimmick is shown off sooner in the stage. Really sure what this little area is for, but if you have Tremorman's weapon, you can take a little bit of a shortcut there. The Force Beam room. Force Beam room. And this is blocked off now, so you're not tempted to go explore up there. I'm pretty sure I'm full up in E-Tinks, but I might as well collect it. Yeah. Actually, I'll use one. I suppose that's also a good way to teach you that you can stand on those things. The gear looks different. Wow, that thing died quickly. And, okay, there we go. The gear no longer looks like a little man. This mini-boss is still easy, though. I think there are a couple new options in the menu, too. I'll have to check those out when I get a minute here. Okay, and we have horizontal variants of those. Or vertical, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, I feel like this is a way better version of the stage than what we got during the main playthrough. I mean, I guess technically this is still part of the main playthrough, but you know what I mean, the first time I did the level. Don't know where the Serenade letter ended up. Okay, force beam room coming up. I did not practice the new version of the stage, by the way. This is... Oh. Yeah. Doesn't mean it... I will still get caught by the force beams, but... Yeah, this is the first time I have seen the updated, improved version of the stage. There's not a force beam down there. For a second, I positioned myself badly, but it worked out. Yeah, there you can't avoid having to stand on the turrets. Get the heck out of here. Actually, do I want to shoot that guy? I don't think the force beam can go through the wall, though, so... Yeah, I almost feel like in this version of the stage, a lot of the force beams are there to intimidate more than to actively be an obstacle. Now, let's see. I should have gone the other way. Why do I keep thinking it's the slide button? But, yeah, I guess that actually didn't take that much time. I assume Beamman doesn't reappear. Right? Yeah, okay. Well, now we get to see what happens when you enter a boss room where you've already beaten the boss. Okay, so what's new in Ninja Man stage, and what curiosities did I have to check out there? I'm still bad at fighting this mid-boss. Still end up getting on the left fist way more than the right. But it goes down easily enough. Here's where the letter would have been. Had I not already gotten it on my first run through the stage. Ninja Mets are still a little bit of a nuisance. Okay, I can actually get this time because I have Rush Phase. Ninja Man bio. 1 HP. And I'm not really close to any checkpoints. But never mind. I will forget that those platforms make you fall through. See, I don't remember which parts of the stages were redesigned aside from the really obvious ones, just because it's been a while since I've played the stages. Okay, Detonate Man. I know that I'm pretty sure there was at least one thing that I wasn't sure about here. I screwed myself out of 2 bolts. Oh well. The stage has so many bolts that it doesn't really matter, even if I were farming. Fell for the trap again. I don't know how those explosions don't hurt you when you're standing right next to them. Yeah, I think sliding works better there than jumping. I suppose if the explosions from the bombs did hurt you, the stage would be a lot more annoying. You'd have to pay a lot more attention to your positioning. You'd have to do a lot more attentioning to your positioning. Yes. I don't remember if there was stuff that I wanted to check out on both paths, but honestly, I probably should have gotten that health pickup. Mega Man? Not sure why he wasn't grabbing that ladder. Okay, there's something worth checking out. Oops. It's probably nothing, but you never know. I probably should have closed off that ceiling too. That was dumb. I can't do anything about that guy from where I'm standing. I don't remember the stage looking like, or being laid out like this. Did this one get some redesigns too? Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder... Is there an upgrade to the rush phase, perhaps, that lets it phase through more tiles? Like maybe that's how you get that? hadn't checked if you could upgrade utilities, but that could make sense. I mean, I feel like at that point, like by the time you get that upgrade, unless you know about it ahead of time, you're probably better off just farming E-Tanks and Gladiator Man stage or something. I needed that very well. Actually, that's probably what you're supposed to do. Use Maelstrom Woman's weapon. I wish I thought to try that on the E-Tank. Now that I think about it, that seems obvious. I mean, obviously, when I was playing through this stage the first time, I didn't have Maelstrom Woman's weapon, so I couldn't have checked it anyway, but I don't really need that W tank, do I? Ah, that was dumb. Killed the bomb first. Oh, if you hit those into each other, they blow up too. I don't think I knew that, or had an occasion for that to come up in the stage before. Okay, there's something. There appears to be something up there. But appearances can be deceiving. Again, I feel like they should have closed that off. Dumb. I wonder why that spotlight is even there. Like, it's not much of an obstacle, and it doesn't help you get up to the item. And that's the end. I'm saving Cinder Lady for last, because I have a feeling that once I get the letter, another stage will spawn. Let's see, what's next? I don't remember if there's anything I needed to check out in this stage. Like, I think I mostly covered all my curiosities when I played through the stage before. Wait, was that a bolt up there? Or was it just the one from the pirate enemy? Oh, and respawned, of course. Some enemies are not worth fighting. Also, I actually missed this secret on at least one playthrough of the stage before. Guess I'm carrying myself across. That's probably the best utility. Is it worth checking if there's anything up here? Uh-huh. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is sometimes my paranoia actually amounts to something. Ah, the bad habits that video game developers sometimes make you get into. I don't need that, so... Is there always one of these things in this room? If only my memory were better. Also another pretty easy mid-boss. I'm still curious about this. Like, that just so looks like there should be something there. There's even a platform for it and everything. What do you mean there's no secret up there? What? Excuse me? How did that hitbox work? That thing sucked me in from like half the screen away. There are more of these squid enemies than I remember there being in this stage. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I could be wrong. Pretty sure that's more bolts than used to be there, too. Ignoring you and ignoring you, and I already got the D, so I can ignore the non-existent treasure chest too. I remember this room being different too. They'd at least given the Cutlass pirates less health, that would have helped them to be less tedious to fight. Okay, we're done here. Now, have they made that one jump in the stage more intuitive? I wonder. Or, like, easier, or otherwise less, okay, what did you want me to do here? I just jumped into that. Mega Man, aren't you solar powered? You should have better heating systems than this. I actually have one possible idea for what you're actually supposed to do in that part. see if it pans out. Okay, that I should be able to get with Maelstrom Woman's weapon. Indeed. Yeah, in retrospect, that must be the way you're supposed to get all those items that look like they could be obtained with Rush Phase, if Rush Phase had a different area of effect. And you could probably melt that ice block with the solar enemy, too. Also, I feel like there must be something more over here. Okay, do I need to phase through that? Brothers. Is it a CD or what? Well, I got it anyway. Whatever it may have been. Those things are still a nuisance. And okay, you can get through that room without landing in the ice-cold water. Okay, there's a platform up there that looks accessible. Carry me away! I think it was just bolts, but still. It is a secret. Mid-boss. See what his AI does this time. Okay, got one of them. Box for that thing is so generous. I feel like that's another one of those bosses where, oh, wait a minute. Was this room arranged like that before? I feel like there was another platform. Maybe that's supposed to be a demonstration. Because if you slide on the ice and then jump, you can go farther. Can I use that here? So what I'm thinking is, that might be the intended method to get through this room. An ice slide jump. Yeah, that was it! I had that theory while editing the video for Part 8, Arctic Man's stage before. I thought, wait a minute, what if... I'll be darned! Okay, so you can do that without a utility. I feel like the pit enemy was not necessary, because it seems like you'd have to have pretty precise timing not to get hit by that. But yeah, I feel like knowing that probably makes a few of the jumps in this stage easier. I wonder if other people struggled with figuring that out too, and that's why they tweaked the stage a little bit. Because I'm pretty sure that that was not necessary to get through the room after the mid-boss before. This is just bolts, right? Not even that. Why did it look like there was an item hidden in it when there wasn't? Uh-oh. Yeah, not chancing jumping out of that under the spikes. Am I supposed to do the slide jump here, too? That doesn't look like it would be slippery, though. Ow. Okay. So we just have Tremor Man, and then Cinder Lady, and getting the remaining Serenade letter. And, of course, showing off the shop, which I need to remember. Nothing up there, okay. Boy, Carry as a utility is really carrying me in my exploration, isn't it? Here. I don't remember for sure where the first Crusher room is, so I want to make sure that I don't get caught off guard by that. Down here. Well, we have the chicken to deal with first. Not really sure why a chicken is a mid-boss for a robot master who's themed around construction and earthquakes. Yes, chickens, an animal famous for being heavy and causing shockwaves. Also, what's up with those spikes up there? I haven't seen a fake wall yet, so I don't think I need to explore up there, but I just can't be sure, you know? Crushed. Was not careful enough. Okay, is this the first Crusher room? Oh. Alright, you need to die. There's a gap there. And nothing. Okay. Pretty sure I've already gotten everything that was up there, but just in case. Okay, that's a ceiling. And that is also a ceiling. Okay. And that looks like... Okay, that's new. I don't remember being in this room before. I was gonna say, that block looks different. It looks like it would be destroyable. Is it Crusher time? Oh. It's Crusher time! Uh-oh. Oh. I got stuck under the breakable block. That sucks. At least the checkpoint wasn't too far away. I highly doubt that 1-up respawns, but it'd be nice if it did. if I can do this a little quicker this time. This is not what I call quicker. Yep. Dang it. You know, if it weren't for the Crusher Rooms, I'd consider this sort of the easy stage with the hard boss of the game, in contrast to Arctic Man's hard stage, easy boss. I imagine the Crusher Rooms are probably fairly easy once you get used to them, but if you screw up, shooting at all three of those this time. Honestly, I feel like part of the key to those is just not panicking. You're discarding it. Will you just freaking die? A W tank, okay. I mean, free W tank. Rooms without ceilings have made me paranoid. Okay, second crusher room. Which I almost got crushed by something else. Whoa! Since when is that fast? Was that another stage redesign? Egg. That was dumb. And now I have to do both the Crusher Rooms again. Losing all those lives I built up. But I did find one secret, so nothing's been wasted. About memorization. And quick reaction, I suppose. But I already commented on the stage, so you know all that. I think I'm already doomed. Everything wants to get in their way and hit me. Okay, that thing ignores invincibility frames. Good to know. I'm not supposed this one-up does respawn. Dang. Run away, hurry! I don't think that M-Tank is worth it, honestly. Well, I guess it might be since... Oh, whatever. Guess if you get it and then die, you still have an M-Tank. I forget exactly where the other one is, but I remember it being easier to get. Oh, that's the end of the stage. Okay. Alright, time to return to Cinder Lady's stage. See if I remember where the S is. still hate those things. You know what? Screw it. I have it. Is this the room? No. I think I already checked out this area, but again, it just looks so much like a secret. False advertising. It feels like Carrie has more ammo than it did in the previous version of the game that I played. Okay, this is the room. And I screwed it up. Yeah, even with the kunai, you have to be quick. And precise. Much like a ninja. Okay, I got it. And they all disappeared. Mysterious. Well, that's interesting. 1-ups are immune to lava. Who would have thought? Yeah, again, whatever. Too lazy to do it the proper way. Apparently too lazy to actually do that properly and not get hit. You're getting a lot of bolts, though, from all this exploration. 727? This fan game still didn't fix the biggest problem with the Mega Man franchise. Having 2 digits for E-tanks even though you can never have more than 9. Clearly they did not have their priorities straight. Come to think of it. Okay, that does work. What can I do with it? There's got to be some place in the stage where that will come in handy, or a secret or something. Oh wait, that's a ceiling that you can go through. Maybe it's just there because of the chain, because the chain needs to have a place to go. Okay, that's probably one of the intended methods to get those. Probably the safest method. Open up, will ya? Actually, wonder how Gladiator Man's weapon would do against Sniper Joe's. Like, maybe just reflect their shots? And they can dish out their shield thing, but they can't take it? I'm not going after that bolt. I may go after that one. Should not have gone after that one. Whatever. You know, this game doesn't really have a shield weapon. Like, it has the one that's a shield from Gladiator Man, but it doesn't really work the same way as most Mega Man shield weapons do, so... I feel like it wouldn't really be useful for this room. Okay, so this looks like something where you could use this. No? Okay. Oops. Well, better to fall down onto this platform than the one below. Pretty sure there is nothing over there. I mean, maybe there's something over here. Can I use carry on a ladder? Okay, that is nothing. There's probably a way to get that with rush phase, but it's just bolts. Ooh, actually, you know, does Arctic Man's weapon work on fire too? No, it does not. Okay. I bet I can shortcut this room with it. Yep, you can just go right to the ladder there. Well, I have an idea what one weakness is. If there's a way for me to get in there, but that looks like a secret. Oops. It is not a secret, okay. Get off me! Ow. Looks like there should be something up at the top right, too, but I don't think you can destroy the frozen lava, and I don't see how you could really slide in there. Except, again, with some very careful use of utilities. I don't suppose I can phase through fire. At least it's not instant death. Actually, am I supposed to freeze that enemy? Maybe? Well, no. There's not even anything back there, so it doesn't matter. But if there were a secret, and if that weapon could freeze enemies, which for all I know it can, I just haven't had an occasion to find out, then it's possible that is how you'd get that. Or get in there. I can freeze that lava, but no need. That also looks like it would be a secret. But again, I don't know if there's a way to break the lava once it's frozen, so... And I'm kind of far away from a checkpoint. Okay. Well, that's good to know. The falling blocks actually just drop on the ice instead of sinking. Okay, I don't see any way to break that ice, so I'm just gonna assume that anything that would require that is in fact not a secret. Now. not. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so what does... Okay, so that's how you get to Serenade stage. Probably a better method than how you get to Yoku-Man stage. So I suppose that's the stage we'll do next time. But first... Welcome, Mega Man. So now it shows how many of each of these you own. And I've pretty much cleaned out the shop. Aside from expendable items. Well, I might as well buy these last two things. Increases chances of getting bolts from enemies, and come to think of it, why didn't I get that first? That would have made it easier to buy the other stuff. Not that I was really strapped for cash, but... And CD locator. Wait a minute. Does this game have CDs that you have to find with rush search? Because if it does, I'm gonna have to go through all those stages again. Let's see, Weapon Lab... I honestly don't know what utilities I would want for Serenade stage. I'm kinda tempted to just keep the ones I have. Let me guess, that's the weapon you get from Serenade? 5 Buster Shots on screen. Okay, but I want an upgrade to the charge shot, not the basic shot. I mean, all of these sound cool, but what if you can only upgrade one? Well, maybe we'll worry about that when we get to the fortress. For now, I think it's time to save. Okay, so, moving on. Okay, so it looks like there are hidden CDs that you need rush search for, and I do not happen to have that. So, let's just make that a separate video, shall we? I suppose we'll be moving on to that next time. Or something, I don't know. Maybe I should do Serenade stage first, because I don't know if there'll be hidden CDs in that one. Whatever, I'll figure it out. Bye.